So we had success getting the caliper off. I had to relieve the pressure on the brake line over there with that banjo, whatever you call that thing. And I had to use wood and a rubber mallet until I slightly injured myself. There's a little bit of blood. Inevitably, when you start whacking on something, when you may not necessarily know what you're doing, you're going to get hurt. So anyway, nothing too bad, I don't think. But it's off, and I'm glad about that. So I ended up getting another brake caliper for the one that was locked up on the front left, and I just picked one up online from rockauto.com. So it came last week, and we're going to go ahead and give it a coat of paint. So it looked like it had a coat of paint on it, but I'm going to go ahead and put on some duplicate color caliper paint, and this happens to be silver. So here it is out of the box. Comes with a couple of shims, the caliper pin bolts, and that's it. So it looks like I'm going to have to reuse a couple of things from the old one, but I think that'll be all right. So we're gonna get it painted up, get it taped up and painted. So we'll see how it looks afterwards. All right, first things first, before I tape them up, get ready to spray them, I've got some brake cleaner. So they're pretty dirty, even though they're new. They're still got a lot of oil and stuff on them. You can tell when you pick them up. So I'm gonna get them cleaned up before we tape them up. So. Okay, I waited to spray these calipers tonight and hopefully be ready in the morning, but my rotors did not come. I was expecting to get the rotors today and they didn't come, so probably still going to linger on, go on into the next weekend, so just because I don't have a whole lot of time to work on it during the week. So anyway, get ready to spray these. I've got it masked off and cleaned up, so should be ready for paint. Okay, it is about an hour later. I put the third and final coat on. Lighting out here is bad, but I think we got good coverage on them. So we'll just let it sit overnight. It should be ready to go tomorrow, but if I don't get the rotors in, I'm not sure I'll even attempt to put it on tomorrow. So, but anyway, this step is done. All right, it is the next morning. Everything is dry. A couple places here it stuck to the box, so it almost looks like it didn't get any coverage on there because it got pulled off from the box, sticking to the box. So I think what I might do is just use a brush and touch that up. And I specifically masked that off. I couldn't really get a circle. I didn't take the time to get a circle going, but I think I may brush that by hand as well as that place where it's stuck. So that's going to be the next step. But all in all, looks really nice, really clean. All right, I'm out here again. It's the following weekend. I didn't film any of the process of raising the car and then getting the old bracket off and the caliper off, but it would have been a painfully slow process to watch me get that off. I think it's been about 2.5, not quite 2.5 hours to get to this point. So, but it is off, and You know, I guess I'm ready to put the new caliper on. I don't know if we'll have a working brake today or not. I know that I've lost some brake fluid, so I'm not sure what to expect. If I do get it all put back together, I know the brakes will probably have to be bled, but there it is, off. Alright, I left around 12:30, 1 o'clock. Go grab something to eat, and then of course got distracted and came back about 30 minutes ago. As you can see, the light is getting pretty dim, but progress. The new rotor is on, the bracket for the caliper is on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much more tonight, but I might be able to come tomorrow afternoon, so, and put the pads and the caliper on. Then just got to worry about the bleeding of the brakes, or at least having enough brake fluid in there to get it back to the house. So anyway, it's sitting at the previous owner's house for some time and still is, but hopefully that'll be fixed soon. Well, it's weekend number 3 on this front left brake job for the S2000. 3 weeks ago, I got the caliper off that was stuck and didn't go any further. Last week, I got the rotor off. I had to get a little impact driver to get those retaining screws out, but I got that off and got the new brake caliper painted last week, or actually that was 2 weeks ago I got it painted. But I went to put it on last week and they sent me the wrong caliper. This is the right caliper, but they sent me the right side caliper and the box that was supposed to be for the left. So they just didn't check it before they shipped it, and it matched, and it didn't match. But anyway, we got the correct caliper this week. rockauto.com. I just had ordered another one basically for the left side again, and so now I've got one for the right side, one for the left. And so right now all I have to do is to bleed the brakes and should be good to go. But I've got to go get a hose to bleed the brakes, so I forgot that. So it's the never-ending saga of the brake repair, but you know, never done it before, so it's it takes a long time for me. Trying to get this thing started, well, not started, but it does start and run, but trying to get this thing back on the road is what I meant to say. So one small step at a time.